Hey, it's Merrill. I recommend that you hit the link in the video description and watch this video with the photo and text resource that I made for you. It'll make this difficult task of drawing Carmelo Anthony a lot easier. This video will give you step-by-step instruction on how to draw Carmelo Anthony of the New York Knicks. Pause the video at the end of each step, listen to the narration, and watch the shading tutorial at the end, and I'll bet that you'll make a quality drawing. Let's begin. Step 1. Draw the three shapes that you see and notice their relationship with one another. The headband shape is about 1.5 times the height of the top of the head, and Melo's hairline forms another shape between the headband and the top of the head. Notice that the hairline shape starts at the midway point of the head. Step 2. Observe, then draw in the ear and the two eye shapes. Notice that the ear fits perfectly into the indentation of the headband. Notice that Melo's right eye shape starts at the same point as the hairline shape above it. His left ear shape is heart-shaped because of the angle of his head. Finally, notice the triangular shape in between the two eye shapes and the downward angle that the eyebrows point. Step 3. Add the nose shape and the shape for the cheek. Step 4. Add the smile line, the mustache, and the upper lip. Notice that the smile line goes slightly past the edge of the eye shape from step 2. The mustache and the lip are about the same width. Step 5. Here is the trickiest step. I added 5 rows of shapes in this step. The top row is the gum line. Notice that there are 7 points to the gum line. The next row is the teeth. There are 8 teeth visible, and due to the turn of his head, each tooth gets bigger from left to right until we reach the last tooth. The next row is a narrow, dark space under the teeth. The row below the dark space is slightly thicker than the previous row, but not as dark. Leave the bottom row unshaded for now. Step 6. Add Melo's chin line and neckline. Step 7. Add the shapes for his body. Step 8. Add the details to Melo's eyes. Hey, welcome to the shading part of the tutorial. Just to warn you, this is going to be very tricky. The shading and the shadows are really difficult on this one. But I promised you I would make it easy on you, or as easy as possible. So if you haven't done so already, definitely recommend that you hit the link in the video description and you see the step-by-step pictures. And I recommend that you watch the video and refer to the pictures whenever you can. Okay, so it really gets tricky, especially around the neck and underneath the chin. It gets really dark, and basically the top of his head is really illuminated in the lights, and his headband is also illuminated, so you have think about it like an egg. A lot of people have taken art classes. The instructor shines a strong light on the top, and you have to draw the egg. It's very similar. The neck is going to be in heavy shadow. I'm going to use 6B pencils there. Darkest points are going to be the neck, and that's very different than usual. The neck, the eyes. His hair is kind of illuminated in this. His mustache is going to be dark. The area underneath his teeth, that dark line that you added already, is still going to be pretty dark. That's what you want to go into with the 6B pencil. And you're going to see me add a lot, then take away, and so forth until I get it. And when you have contrast, it's really tricky. The area right underneath his headband is going to be in pretty strong shadow, and you'll have a nice contrast. And contrast is what draws the eye to a work of art. The lightest sections are going to be the top of his headband, although you'll see me make it pretty dark at points, and his teeth especially. The top of his arm, to your left, his right arm, is going to be in highlight. The face, there's going to be a few highlights, but compared to the teeth, it's still going to be a little bit lower in tone than the teeth. So yeah, the highest tone is going to be the teeth, and the lowest tone or darkest tone is going to be the neck, the eyes, and the gap underneath the teeth. He has some deceptive facial hair. It doesn't really go too far up on his chin, but it's kind of like directly underneath his lip and directly underneath his chin. He's got a very thin mustache on top. You see some darkness at the bottom by the headband. You can see me change the hair a lot, just to warn you, so you might want to just watch this first before you start the shading on that, or refer to the reference images. But basically the area right above the headband is going to be pretty dark. Everything else, there's going to be a mixture. I think this picture was taken right after he changed his hairstyle. He had it braided, and I guess the braids were pulling, but it's a little bit more sparse on the top. It's grown in, but at the time of this picture, it was like right after he had cut his hair. So you're going to see strong reflections from the lights, and you're also going to see some lighter areas due to that. And think about this, just as almost like a photograph developing, one of the old Polaroid photographs developing. I recommend that you YouTube that term if you don't know what a Polaroid picture is, but basically it just develops at the same rate, and you want to try to do that. I kind of rushed ahead with his head, but I'm trying to develop the arms. I'm trying to catch up. I'm using the kneaded eraser to take away. Great thing about the kneaded eraser is you can shape it. When you see the marks like you just did there, I'm going at it in a stabbing motion. That's really helpful to do also. Although it picks up the graphite very quickly, so you have to stretch it quite often when you do that. But really, I'm just adding and taking away, looking at my reference image, and making decisions. I decided to take a lot away there, because in general, he's somewhat light-skinned. The chin, I'm going to darken a little bit. I'm going to try to keep that highlight by his cheek. If you look now, I kind of lost the likeness a little bit. That happens. Don't freak out. You have to be brave when it comes to shading. And in one of my very recent videos, I won't repeat what it is because, well, the technique that I showed you, FUTDUP, FUTDUP. It's one of my recent videos. I'm not cursing on this video. It's kind of a parody that I do that shows you how you can fix any mess up that you do when you're shading. So I'm not cursing at you. Paintbrush, very helpful, with getting the smoothness to it. I never like it when I put the graphite down, and it kind of like is. I like to push it down with the paintbrush. You'll get some disagreement, but that's how I do it. Anyway, these are some other basketball players that I did: Stoudemire, Jordan, Durant, LeBron, and Kobe. Hope you check those out. Hope you subscribe. Thanks for watching.